A busy university campus, Vina sitting under a tree, surrounded by books. Lost in thought, the college hunter watches her from a distance. His friends are chatting, but his eyes on fixed her. The breeze ruffles his hair, but the thought, leaning against a wall, why does she have to be so distant? She used to smile at me now. All I get cold silence. Did I do something wrong? Professor under announcing project where stood a student gathered in a courtyard. Professor, alright everyone listen up. I have signed partners for the semester project. Check the list on the notice board. Good luck. Glance at each other briefly before heading to the board. His heart pounding as he reads the list, murmuring to himself, she's my partner, is this sweet? She notices his name beside hers, but doesn't react. She grabs her bike and walks away. He chases her after calling her name. Oh no, wait, did you see the list? We are partners. Without looking at him, yeah, I saw. Let's meet in the library tomorrow to plan. Throwing at her cold tone. Are you okay? You have been different lately. Stop turns and look at him and I fine. Stands there stunned as she walks away. He knows something wrong but doesn't push her further. At her home, she is in her room, staring at the engagement ring on her finger. Her phone buzzed with a message from her mother. Your fiance's family wants to meet again this weekend. Don't forget to dress well. She sighs deeply, tears come in her eyes. She mutters to herself, how can I say this to him? He will never understand. Just ask her to be honest. If she doesn't feel the same, at least I will know. One arrives at her face emotionless. She sits across from him and opens a notebook. Let's get started. We need to finish this out. Line by today. 1 week before we started, I need to know, did I do something wrong? No, it's nothing. We can please focus on the project. Leaning closer, his voice over firm. You are lying. You have been avoiding me for weeks. You used to smile at me. Now you act like I don't exist. What happened? She clenched her fist, her eyes welling up. She stands up abruptly, grabbing her things. I said it's nothing. Stop asking. She rushes out of the library. He sits heartbroken, watching her leave. Later that night, he sits in his room, staring at a photo of her in his phone. His finger hovers over the call button. Whisper, why are you shutting me out? Meanwhile, she sits on the bed, staring at the engagement ring. She wipes away tears. Think I'm sorry. College courtyard. One is walking briskly to her next class, her face expressionless. He stands near the fountain with his friend, stealing glances at her. His heart aches how cold she became, still hung up on her when you are hopeless. Franto laughing, just tell her already. Everyone knows we have been crushing on her since forever. Sigh, running a hand. It's not that simple. She's avoiding me. She doesn't even look at me anymore. Friend 1, maybe she's shy. Girls love the mysterious type, but you are overthinking. Shy, no, it's something else, something wrong. Her classroom, she's sitting in the back, staring blankly at the notebook. Her fiancé John walks in, sits next to her. He's a perfect student, charming and confident. He smiles at her, but she barely responds. Your parents called me last night. They are really excited about the engagement party. Have you decided what to wear? Avoiding his gaze. No, I have been busy with classes. Leaning closer, his tone teasing. Come on, Val. At least pretend you are happy about this. It's not like you had a choice, right? She opens slightly at his word, but doesn't respond. The bell rings and she quickly gathers her thing. I have a class. He sees one sitting alone, scribbling on a notebook, summarizing in a courage. He walks over, his heart pounding, unsure what to say. As he sits down, she looks up, startled. What do you want? What's wrong, Vanna? You have been avoiding me, snapping me for no reason. Did I do something to upset you? Closing her notebook quickly, I'm fine. Stop asking. Gently, don't lie to me. You think I haven't noticed? You are angry at everything I do. Why? One has it abruptly and he grabs her wrist lightly, but his voice soft and firm. Please talk to me. I can't stand the distance between us. Pulling her hand away, avoiding his gaze. There is nothing to talk about. Leave me alone. Later, one walked down an empty corridor when he called her, sir. Not aggressively, his tall frame leans against a wall, blocking her escape. She looks at him, her heart softly but intensely. Why are you running away from me, Vanna? You think I can't see through your excuses? Tell me the truth. Biting her lip, trying to hold back. No, I'm not. You are pushing me away. I want to know why. Before she can respond, June walks in as calm, composed, his hand casually in pocket. His between them is express and unreadable. Thing I think she's made it clear she doesn't want to talk to you. Confused and frustrated. June stepped closer, his tone steady but firm. John, Wine is my fiance. I had appreciated it if you kept your distance. He freezes, his mind reading. His eyes start to wine, who looks away, unable to meet his gaze. The word fiance echoes in his head, breaking something inside him. Barley whisper, fiance, wine, is that true? It's true, our family's arranged it now, if you will excuse us. June guiding her away, he stands there, rooted in the spot, his heart shattered, where he watches the girl he loved for years. Sits alone in the room, staring silently, and his friend tracing voice echoes in his mind, along with the John's word. All the time I thought I had a chance, but she's already promised to someone else. Why didn't she tell me? He clenches his face, tears swimming his eyes for the first time in his life. He feels utterly helpless. Mana, why didn't you trust me enough to tell me the truth? Late evening, Taehyung is sitting on the floor of the balcony, his back against the railing. The city lights flicker in the distance, but his eyes are blurred with unshed tears. He runs ahead to his head, his heart heavy with the thoughts of Anjan. Now breaks his silence. He quickly wipes his face, trying to. Yeah, come in. The door opens and he steps in. He notices his son sitting on the balcony floor, his face pale, his eyes red. Concern flashes across his face. He walks to sit beside him, the floor gentle. What's going on, son? You look upset. Shaking his head, avoiding eye contact. It's nothing, Dad, just tired. Softly, I have known you for your whole life. I can tell when something is wrong. You don't have to hide it from me. He hesitated, biting his lip, and knows he can't keep it any longer. His father had always been this confident, his full of support. When her parents had fixed her marriage with John Ambrose. John, their friend son, is a good boy, but I did not know they were planning this. Spanel looks up at his father's voice. I have liked her for so long that since high school I thought maybe one day I had the courage to tell her, but now she is engaged to someone else. Please, you have loved her all this time and she doesn't know. Shaking his head, his tears finally spilling over. I think she knows. Her friend teased her about it, and my friends, they have teased me too. She probably figured it out, but she has been so distant that she avoids me like I'm a stranger, silently patting his son's back. Sometimes people like distant because they are trying to protect someone. Maybe she thinks staying away from you will hurt less in the long run. Worries his face and his hand, his voice muffled. But why, Dad? Why couldn't she trust me? I would have done anything for her. I love her. Feels a pang of pain, his son. He looks at him, his voice filled with warmth. Love isn't always simple, son, and sometimes people make decisions that are in their hearts because of family. Do you think I could fight for her or let her go? Take a moment before responding, choosing his word carefully. Think if you truly love her, then fight for her, but do it with respect. Talk to her, let her know how you feel, even the answer isn't what you hope for. At least you will have no regrets. He now slowed his father was sinking in. And for us, John, he may be a good student, but I have seen something in you that no one else. Your heart, your loyalty. If one sees her too, then she will know what's right for her. Take a deep breath, wiping his face with the back of his hand for the first time that evening. He feels a glimmer. Thanks, Dad. You have always wanted to say, smiling mommy, that's what that's for. Next to the college campus outside a classroom, he walks over to Anne and John, who are standing by the notice board. John is talking about something upcoming. Sam, but then interrupts his voice calm. We need to work on project Professor assigned us. John raises an eyebrow, his hand casually tucked in his pocket. He looks at, sure then, let's go to the library now. John's expression shifts slightly, but he says nothing. Nods at one and started walking away together as they leave. John sighed quietly. Softly, he loves her, that's clear, but does she love him too? Library. While sitting at the quiet table, books are not scattered between them. They work silently, then occasionally glance at her, his heart heavy with unsaid words. After finishing the last part of their project, I think that's it, we are done. As I organize her book, then quickly slips a folded letter into her textbook while she just read. He clears his throat and stands up, let's run home. She placed her book on the desk and noticed the folded papers taking from out one keyboard she unfolds it. Her eyes scanned the unfamiliar writing. Her heart escaped a bit. She recognized it. I have kept feelings in my heart for years, but I can't anymore. You have always been the one for me. From the moment I saw you, I knew you were special. I never had the courage to tell you because I was afraid of losing you, even as a friend. But now, with everything happening, I can't stay silent. I love you, one. I always have, but no matter what happens, I just want to know that Once in trouble as she reads the letter again and again, tears streaming down her face, memories from school flood her mind. His quiet glances, his small acts of kindness and teasing, deep down she always knew. But now, seeing his feelings written on painfully overwhelmed her. Suddenly a knocked door startles her. She quickly hides the letter. Her mom come in with John, smiling brightly. "John is glad to see you, dear," he said. "I wanted to study with." It sounded sweet, forcing a smile while shaking. "Yeah, Mom, that's nice." Her mom leaves and John steps further into the room, closing the door behind him. He studies one's face, noticing her red eyes and tears in cheeks. "You are crying, weren't you?" Shaking her head quickly. "No, I wasn't. I'm fine." John's hand sits on the chair by her desk, his tone gentle but firm. "I'm not glad. I can see something bothering you, and I think I know what is it." Her heart mounts in her chest. She avoids his gaze, switching with a pen. He leans forward. "It's about Taehyung. Look, I'm not here to make things harder for you. I respect you, and I will respect whatever decisions you make. But I need to know the truth," whispering, still avoiding his gaze. "Why does it matter, John?" "Because I don't want to hurt you or him. You have feelings for Taehyung. Just tell me. I'm not going to angry." Look at her. I fill with tears. Her lips quiver and she tries to speak, but no words come out. Julian's by giving her space. "Calm yet said, take your time, Van. I will wait for your answer, but please don't lie to yourself or to me." It stands up, walk towards the door. The college garden. Van sits on a bench, flipping through her notes, trying to focus. Taehyung approaches as it empty, his hand in his pocket, looking unsure but determined. Jun stands a short distance away, leaning against a tree, observing traction. Looks up straight, her posture, tucking the notes into her bag. She doesn't avoid his gaze. "Sure, Taehyung, what is it?" Taehyung glanced briefly at John, who nods slightly, silent, encouraging him. He takes a deep breath, sits on the bench beside her, keeping a respectful distance. "You have been avoiding me. I don't understand why. Did I did something wrong?" Sigh, looking away briefly before turning back to him. "It's not about you. It's about everything around us. These things are complicated." Leans forward, his voice breaking slightly. "I've admired you for years. I think you already know that. I don't care how complicated things are. I just need to know if I had done something hurt you." Her expression softened, but she quickly remains her composure. Before can answer, Jen walks over, his hand in his pocket, and stands in front of them, calmly addressing both of them. "They deserve to be here. The truth. He has been carrying his for long, and I think it's not only for fair that you both stop hurting how you feel." Alexa Jones started saying, stared at him. "What do you mean?" Turning to him, small smile. "Have known you liked her since high school, and I know you have never had the courage to say it outright. But here is the thing, I'm not here to stop anything. I just want one to be honest with herself." Said abruptly, "Stop, both of you. This isn't about anyone but me." She turns to him, eyes steady, her voice softening. "Then I know you have always cared, and I care about you too. I have always have. But I didn't want to admit it because I thought it would hurt you more. My parents, they have already decided my future. I don't care what anyone else decided. I only care about you." The garden fell silent. John stepped back, giving them space. Between the two men, her hands trembling slightly, but she doesn't cry. "Yes, I love you. I have always loved you, but I didn't want you to waste your time on someone who couldn't promise you a future." He takes her closer. "You are my love. Isn't about. Well, I guess my job is here done." Both look at him, surprised by her tone, and shrugs. "I'm about both of you. And the last thing I want the other world to leave with regret. I respect your feelings and don't mess things up, okay?" "Thank you, John, for understanding. Don't thank me. You still have to deal with your parents." Time skipped Junseo's evening. John is sitting in the living room, staring at his phone. Even thought his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Park, entered, sit across from him. They have noticed a distract him in all day. "Strangely, John, what's going on? You have been acting strange ever since you come back from one's house." John took a deep breath, gathering his courage. His grandmother, Mrs. Parker, quietly enters the room, knitting, observing the conversation. "Yes, that is. I want to cancel this engagement with Wayne." Gus in shock, dropping the cup of tea in her hand. "Cancel the engagement? Are you out of your mind, John? This I have decided years. How can you even think of such?" Mr. Park, voice rising. "Do you know what will this reputation? You can't just cancel an arrangement like this because you feel like it." John stays silent, but voice grows firmer. "I'm not ready for the marriage. I have told you this before, but you never listen. I want to focus on my studies and career right now. Forcing me into something I'm not ready will only ruin my life and hers." John, this isn't about you. This is about a family promise to one's parents. Throwing everything away. Look directly at her mother. I'm not throwing anything away. I respect Van and want the best for her, but she deserves someone who ready to commit to her fully, not someone being forced into marriage. Marriage is lifelong committed. If John's ready, forcing will only cause pain for everyone involved. Have you forgotten that happiness and mutual respect are foundation of successful marriage? Hesitates her anger softening slightly. You were his age once, weren't you? Would you have wanted to make such decisions for you? Looks away. Currently, if you are serious about this, John, then you need to explain it to one's parents yourself. They have been counting this for years. Nodding firmly, I will, but I need your support too. Please don't make this harder than it already is. Mrs. Parks sat back down, clearly struggling. Let him make his own choice. He is a good boy. He knows what he is doing. Reluctantly, fine. If this is what you truly want, John, I will support you, but you have better handle this delicately.